ago.
So if he's bought out and sent into free agency, if you will, Sam, can LeBron go and grab his buddy in the same way? I know obviously Tyson Chandler's a much better fit, as we've seen with them not losing since acquiring him.
Right.
What do you think?
I could see it, yeah. I mean, it's funny because I was in the Lakers locker room 2 nights ago when they rolled through Sacramento, and this story was just starting to surface. I even talked to a Lakers official just casually about it and the idea of, what do you think, Melo maybe wearing the purple and gold sometime soon? And, and the conversation didn't go any further than kind of both of us stating the obvious that, that LeBron-Melo connection is front and center. And if not there, then where? Because we've already seen, Magic Johnson's willingness to put as many, characters in that locker room as possible. And Melo in that regard, and I'm not even trying to be flippant with it, but in terms of just taking calculated risks with, players that other places have given up on who you might think still have some value and are worth gambling on, he would fit. And, it would be up to Luke Walton to see, does it fit? Does it fit well? And if it's not fitting well, then you got to be willing to move on down the line. But I don't know if it's going to be there or somewhere else. I know Brooklyn was mentioned by another reporter as well, but, we shall see.
Well, maybe he and Dwayne Wade could talk about it when the Lakers play the Heat in a couple Sundays.
There you go.
Next Sunday.
There you go.
Never know. Okay, Sam Amick of The Athletic here on the Rich Eisen Show. How close was anybody other than Philadelphia to acquiring Jimmy Butler? How did that trade go down, best you can tell?
Not very close. The New Orleans thing that kind of, that we learned late in the process was interesting, but it didn't involve Drew Holiday, which, the Minnesota certainly wishes that it would have, and I think maybe the Pelicans get the deal done if they put Drew on the table. But, that obviously was not something they wanted to do. Houston, in the end, has the strong opinion. I mean, they are involved in everything all the time. If there's a star player, they are pursuing him. But as they reflected on, their inability to get Jimmy, they definitely feel like they were used as leverage when it comes to the talks between Philly and Minnesota. And, and that's just kind of how the game is played. And so they put the 4 first-rounders on the table. That wasn't real appealing to Glenn Taylor, the Wolves owner, for obvious reasons. You're talking about picks very late in the process because everybody, thought that the Rockets were going to keep winning games. Also, other scenarios with Eric Gordon and Nene and a couple of firsts that were part of the process. But this Philly package, I really do think they did okay. You know what I mean? The T-Wolves, adding Saric, adding Covington, I think they fit better than, some of the other names that were part of the discussion. But Philly was the team that was laying in the weeds. They had pulled out of it weeks and weeks ago. And as of Wednesday, I was told essentially kind of put their take it or leave it type offer on the table. And then the Wolves had to think about it. And then, that game against the Kings obviously was a tipping point. It was so ugly, 0-5 road trip. Jimmy's play really inconsistent that night. So many weird vibes around the team, and they kind of, grabbed that deal off the table.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.